fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, no. No. Alright, look, I hate making these types of videos, but we have to fucking do it because unfortunately we get dickheads like this that come out of the woodwork that no one asked for their fucking opinion in the first place. But, you know, once again, they do this clickbait bullshit where they just post the mural on Mount Chiliad in any way, shape or form and go, yeah, that's good enough, even though that does not line up with anything at all. So first of all, bro, you're on the wrong side of the fucking mountain, and this has been explained over and over and over again for the last 13 years. And if you're still doing this 13 years later and you're now talking about a new mystery, bro, you're getting started on the wrong foot straight away. Let me just tell you that. And putting these fucking cutesy spider webs over here, dude. Go back to your fucking train videos. But that being said, the reason why this has pissed me off so much is because this guy has decided to showcase Wispy's Xbox finding here at the windmill farm. He did not credit Wispy at all. In fact, he actually misinformed his audience, saying that it is one of the Xboxes from the mural, which it's not. It's just an X in a box, which has got something to do with something else. But enough about that. The point is, this motherfucker decided to go and showcase Strange Man's video and give him credit, but when it comes down to showing something that Wispy found, he didn't mention his fucking name at all. Very disappointing, especially, Robin, when you know that it was Wispy that found this. I also do want to state, like, it's very early days in this discovery, so don't get, like, it's all good to research things and you know, possibly if you find connections, make videos just like we do here on my channel and whatnot, but some of this shit is getting way out of hand. Like, you know, you've got guys like this that within a week, you know, he's found over 20 different clues, and, you know, most of the video is just rambling with no evidence, and then this is the, you know, the clue. So, look, I don't want the community to go back 15 years and start looking at rock carvings and shadows and whatnot. Now, not to say that some don't have significance, but you know, when we look at things like this and we start, like, sort of trying to find an answer out of nothing, then unfortunately, yeah, you're going to get left astray. And, you know, that's just one example. This is a different person that is pointing out that, you know, there's a spider here, and it's like, it's not a spider, it's a wood blotch. You know, it's a spot in the timber where it's seeped through. So, like, don't, just like Devin Weston says, slow down, Slick, slow down, because otherwise everyone will be wrong and everyone's got their own fucking way, and, you know, we're going to be going around in circles again. So, again, this isn't to say don't look into things, but take everything with a bit of grain of salt because it's still very early days. And I'll leave you with maybe just a little bit of insight that could lead to something. And why I talk about this particular mystery like this is because I lost my access to Red Dead Redemption 2 when the two-way authentication thing came about. So I've had to re-download Red Dead in the last couple of days, like buy it again at full fucking price, $90, and I'm just playing the game until I get to a point where I want to start investigating this mystery physically. That being said, replaying this game, there's a lot of things that have stood out to me, which I might talk about in the future, maybe not. But I wanted to point out the feathers, okay? So we've got red and black feathers that are being found within these webs. And that is interesting to me because when we go to Fort Wallace, we see the two birds symbol or clue, right? So that's twice now that birds are being referenced within this same mystery. That's a continuation of a clue. That's something that no other clue has really done. So, when we get to Fort Wallace, I believe, and again, this is because I haven't physically gone and attempted to look at any of this in game myself, but from what I've seen, the birds point this way, right? Or they face this way when you're looking at them, or facing that way within the opposite duality, but that way has more reference. People have talked about Window Rock. Now, I think Window Rock is significant, and let me explain to you why. This is the cave painting at Window Rock. Now, what colors do we see? You see red and black, right? We also have the bird. Are these the feathers? You see what I mean? So, I guess one thing that people could be like, well, this has got nothing to do with that because this is the statues. This is the statues puzzle, right? Yeah, it is. But look where the statues cave is. So again, you got Fort Wallace here, and if the birds are in fact facing this way, that's the entrance to the statues cave. Now, I want to point out to you guys, we've been dealing with a web tied to a spider, right? 8 legs. Here at the statue room, we have 7 statues. 7, with 1 missing and 1 in the middle. I don't know, that to me stands out. I don't know about you guys, but that is too many connections. We have the red and the blue connection, we have the feather connection, and then we have the 8 connection if we had Arthur standing here, or if the statue in the middle could be the 8th statue. Just some food for thought. I'm gonna make mention of one thing here, guys, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna make mention of it anyway. Everyone keeps calling these spider webs, which, yes, they might very well be, but we have yet to see a fucking spider anywhere. Anywhere. So for now, stop calling it a spider web and just call it a web, because a web is being shown to us over and over and over again. Now, webs have a lot to do with symbolic meaning and how we are connecting the dots with all these different pieces of the puzzle that we find, and how it's connected to power poles. Think about it. I'll speak to you guys soon. Spread the truth.